right now, big treat, ladies and gentlemen. I'm so happy to introduce this next gentleman. He is very funny, very bright. Be sure to check out online. You can download wherever you can buy DVDs, his Atheist Christmas. Will you welcome Keith Lowell Jensen?
Yeah! Knock, knock! The atheist! I'm sorry, never mind. I forgot, we don't actually knock on your door and bother you when you're doing other things. Just go back to what you were doing. That's what happens when you tell a comedian they have to be family friendly. They come out and they tell knock-knock jokes. You're welcome. They did that to me. Oh my God, it's hot here. It's like living in soup. And yes, I said, oh my God. People take offense to that. They say, Keith, you're an atheist. You can't say, oh my God. And I say, no, I'm an atheist. I can say whatever the hell I want. You should try it. It's awesome. I love shows like this in front of like-minded people. It's very fun. I got to do a show in my own backyard in town of Oakland, California for Rapture Day. You guys remember Rapture Day? Which one, indeed? Harold Camping said the world was going to end. It was Rapture Day, and the atheists all decided to throw parties because we don't get formal holidays. And the Oakland atheists called me up. They said, Keith, would you come do a show for us? I said, sure. I went and did a Rapture Day party in Oakland, California. I don't know if you guys know what happened on Rapture Day in Oakland, California, but a small earthquake hit. And I have to tell you, being in a room full of atheists on Rapture Day when an earthquake hits is the coolest shit ever. There's a whole lot of, no freaking way, bullshit. Then the shaking finally stopped. Oh, I wasn't scared. It's funny, nobody was scared, but the room suddenly smelt a little bit different, you know? Did you guys TGIF yesterday? Did we all thank God it's Friday? Oh, thank God it's Friday. I don't know, I think I'd rather thank a union member it's Friday. It's a lot of initials, though. You guys enjoying the election season? Holy shit, right? Trump. Wow. That guy's amazing. The conservatives just fully jumped the shark on that one. They're like, let's do it. We had the smart black guy. We can get away with fucking anything now. I hear this joke that conservatives tell when they're talking about reproductive rights. And I don't know about you guys, but I love reproductive rights. I mean, I love all my rights, but reproductive rights are among my favorite rights. Because I really like having sex. I don't know if you've tried it yet, but it's amazing. Highly suggest you give it a go. And I like deciding when and how many children I have. You know, my wife gets a say in it too. I like us being able to decide because of the fact that we like sex more than we like deciding how many children we have. That's just a sad fact about humans, because before we could control it, we just kept making kids all the time, human beings did. Really, Ralph? You're having another kid? You have like 12 already. What am I supposed to do, Bob? Not hump? Ah, good point. I'll carry on. Now we can choose. Now we can choose to have kids when and if we're ready. And they want to take that away from us. And whenever the subject comes up, older conservatives have this joke that they tell, that they love to tell. This joke that goes, hey, listen, little ladies. They like to talk to the little ladies because the big ones intimidate them. They say, listen, little ladies, we had a birth control pill back in my day, too. It was an aspirin, and you just held it between your knees. Yeah, what they mean is that women should keep their legs together. I don't mind explaining it to you. I like my comedy to be accessible. I hear these old men tell this joke, and it makes me sad. It breaks my heart because I'm looking at them and I'm seeing that they got to that position in life and that age, and they don't know that women can totally have sex with their legs together. They know that little about female anatomy and they're making decisions for me? No, thank you. Especially when you consider the aspirin positions are like the hottest positions going, right? I mean, when you go home, break out an aspirin and let me know if that's not just the best. Hell, it could be a Tic Tac, it could be a Flintstone vitamin. I find Wilma's really hot. Just go to it. Remember me, call my name. We'll do it. Let me give you guys a quick history lesson. Some of you younger ones will need a refresher here. You guys all love Jack from Jack in the Box, right? Everybody loves Jack. We had a break from Jack in the 80s. See, when I was a kid, you would go to Jack in the Box and you would actually order your burgers from a clown in a box. And then they decided to update their image and have this hipper image. They were going to get rid of the clown. They had these commercials where they blew the clown up and they chopped him up with a chainsaw, and the clown was gone. And then, in the early 90s, up in the Seattle area, Jack in the Box had a problem with some E. coli tainted meat. And some children died. And it looked like Jack in the Box was going to die with them. I mean, dead kids is really bad for hamburger sales. I don't know if you know the way that works, if you're in marketing or not, but that's a really bad thing. Stocks were plummeting. And then Jack in the Box decided, in a brilliant move, they would bring back Jack. And they did these commercials, Jack's back, and some of them were really controversial. And it was great, and we fell in love with Jack. And Jack in the Box is back on top. And they're doing great. We love Jack this much. We love Jack so much that we were willing to forget about those children who had died and gotten sick. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is how I feel about this new pope. So I have a little girl who I love very much, and I don't hit her. I spare the rod, and I love to spoil the child. It's great fun. I don't hit her. That was an easy decision to me. It was a really great moment between me and my wife, watching this child come into being, you know? And then you're holding this little infant, and the first question is, well, are you going to hit her? No. The answer is no. That was an easy one. I don't know why people struggle with that, but they do. People take issue with it. They say to me, Keith, you're not going to hit her? Really? You're not going to hit her? You got to hit her. You got to hit her. Like, man, it's creepy how invested you are in this. You got to hit her, and they give me this argument. Look, we got hit, right? Right? When we were kids, we got hit. That's their big argument, that we got hit. We got hit. And that's when I have to sit them down and have that awkward conversation with them where I explain to them that we are not what I'm aiming for. At all. What's so great about us? Who's looking around at the world today and going, oh, shit's pretty great, we better keep doing the same thing. We wouldn't want to mess this up. You guys have been delightful. Thank you so much for coming out and being counted. I love you.
Keith Lowell Jensen! Keith Lowell Jensen, whose message basically was beat your kids. Wasn't that it? Just beat your kids. That's all right.